Welcome Taurus to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 26th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. Late last week, your gorgeous ruler Venus peaked in a right angle with Jupiter, the planet of exuberance, in your sign. Venus is in a very prominent position in your chart. If you do need to connect with someone influential, your personality power can certainly help to make an impression. But also, Jupiter is squaring up to Mars, like Venus, in your 10th house. But Mars in the 10th house is very authoritative. And because Mars and Jupiter can egg each other on, it's important that you don't promise more than you can realistically deliver upon. Now, by the middle of the week, we do have a unique event. First up, we have the Sun applying to Mercury. But later in the day, just over 12 hours later, the Sun applies in an exact conjunction to Saturn. So we have two Caesimis within the same day. But the interesting thing is that Mercury is detrimented in the sign of Pisces. Mercury likes precision. It likes a little bit of detachment through its rulership of Gemini and Virgo. So in the watery Pisces, that can get diluted somewhat. So the combination here could see you a little bit unsure about some future plans. Then later that day, Saturn really applies the pressure. It's going to be in touch with the first Caesimi, to be honest. It's exact later in the day at 9:25 Universal Time. The combination of these influences could give you pause for thought, particularly if you are uncertain whether some of your involvements, friendships, alliances, your network are not quite as strong as you would like. On the other hand, perhaps it is around that professional situation that your direction of travel isn't quite working for you at the present time. And what Saturn can do, along with Mercury, is give you a push to really think carefully about what your options are. But because Mercury can be so affected by the water of Pisces, it may mean that you feel that you're oscillating, or in some ways you're not really finding quite the spark that you would really like. Also, some of those friendships could be tested. But if there are people who are very supportive of you, give you good advice, because Saturn can be very much about wisdom, or you can relate into some kind of support network through Mercury, then something good can come from this combination and give you just that little bit of extra lift to take that next step forwards. Now, later in the week on Sunday, there is a quarter moon. This quarter moon occurs for you in house 8, which is very deep, psychological, and can be to do with transitions. If there is a situation where there are some politics, or perhaps someone's being a little bit controlling or clingy, it may be around a love relationship, maybe it's around someone you know as a personal friend, but that type of energy could be a little bit difficult for you. But then again, Saturn can help you to really set your boundaries about what's right for you and what is not. It's been a pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Also, if you'd like to ascend above this zodiac forecast and embrace the power of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of your birth data of time, date and place, or date and place, I can produce for you your life roadmap report. This will give you searing insights into the patterns that are played out in your life so far. You can get a much more intimate understanding of how these have affected your situation, but how you can work with them more effectively going forwards. In my special package of 30% off, you also get your 12 months transit. That's the moving planets in the sky interacting with your totally unique personal blueprint. Please see the link below for more.